Hey everyone, it's Orange. Welcome to my October Rune Monster account showcase video. I'm late with this video, I'm sorry, but here we are. I gotta show you guys my monsters and runes and talk about the month of October because I have big things in plan for my Summoner's War account. Not really, but I'm always putting work into it, always trying to progress. So let's talk about October. First, let's talk about what my main goals and focuses were when I actually runed these monsters up at the start of last month. So, my main goal was to finish Guardian 2 again, using 2 AOs, Bernard, Megan, Lushen, and Shimitae, Bernard, Megan, Lushen. On AD, I was going to use Nat 5s, so the AD that I was planning on using was Psamathe, Camilla, Ritesh, Fria. Unfortunately, I did not meet my goal. I came pretty close though. My best finish was rank 106, so I was really close, but I wasn't able to do it. And then throughout the rest of the month, my other finishes were kind of all over the place. I had some higher Guardian 1 finishes, like rank 120 or so. I remember a rank 120 finish. And then I had some lower Guardian 1 finishes and even Conqueror 3 finishes. So yeah, I wasn't performing that well. And that kind of felt bad, man. It really did. But that's okay. I'm still moving in the right direction. My runes are improving, and I will be able to get that in the future. So yeah, that was my main focus. I did learn from it, so when I attempt to get Guardian 2 again, I will most likely add another offense to it. I was thinking a Tiana Cleave team, Tiana, Galleon, Ganymede, Water Homunculus, and then I can even add some more things too. But learning is the most important thing. So that was my main focus was arena. Some other things that I did in October, I farmed a bunch of necro. I think I was farming necro for 2 or 3 months there, and the reason for that was my necro runes were bad. They're still kind of bad. And also, I pulled a Psamathe and Camilla a few months back, so I was kind of looking out for nemesis runes for them. And I also felt like I needed to improve my necro runes overall. So yeah, I already said that, but yeah, there we go. So I was farming necro. I'm going to show you guys a necro run at the end of the video. I did end up farming a little bit of giants because I had a ton of crystals. I bought both master packs, and that might have been it. I don't really know. You guys can check my paste bin linked down below if you want to see how much I've spent, when I spent it. But my necro runs, I think, are about, I don't even know what they are. 2 minutes maybe, 2:30, I don't know. We'll see a run at the end. But I farmed some giants just to kind of burn some crystals so they didn't pile up so high. And then also I looked to improve my Rift Beast teams because my Rift Beast teams were getting A pluses and A's and they were horrible. And I don't want to spend too much energy farming those every week for reappraisal stones. So I was looking at increasing the efficiency there. Generally, I try to play as efficient as I can, so wasting energy there started to be one of my worries, and I wanted to fix that. So we're going to check out my teams at the end. They're still not amazing, they're not triple S, but I believe they're all at least S. So that's a good thing. Fire might be A+, and I'm just talking fire, water, wind. And then the only other thing I really did in October was I've been looking at improving my Guild Wars teams. Again, it kind of goes back to efficiency. So I do Guild Wars every week, 12 wars a week. And if I can improve my teams and beat tough people and get wins and cut down on the draws I'm getting and the losses I'm getting, that means more summoning stones at the end of the week, and hopefully in the long term it should mean more good Nat 5 pulls because I can pick and choose when I summon for monsters, and also it means guild points. Finish out those guild flags. My guild flags right now, I think they're all at least level 7, so when I finish those out, I'm going to get more summons from Guild Wars because I'm going to be buying probably the scrolls. There are some other things you can buy, so I haven't figured out what my plan is, but I'm pretty sure the only thing you can really buy is summons, whether it's scrolls, summoning stones, or like legendary pieces or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so I've been adding in a few more teams. I built Callie like last month or the month before, and I've been figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. So yeah, just some Guild Wars work, and I'm still looking at improving my Guild Wars stuff slightly over time, and that's pretty much it, I think. I have some notes over here that I'm going to be referencing when we look at my monsters. Let's talk about this month of November too. So I'm going to be focusing on RTA pretty much for November and December. So my other plans are going to be kind of put on hold. Pretty much like progression plans are going to be put on hold for a little bit, but I will be back on it. I don't want to halt progression at all because that's what my goal is, to keep progressing in this game. So yeah, I'm hoping to get the booty Camilla skin from RTA. Hopefully I can do it. I have some good guildies that can scrim with me, give me advice, and help me practice getting better, so it should be good. Let's go ahead and take a look at my monsters. So just like the October video, I'm going to be doing like a commentary over each monster, and I have some notes on it too. So I'm going to be looking at the notes. And each monster we're going to go by pretty quickly. Okay, so Soha right here, she's runed for the Fire Rift Beast for her leader skill. She's attack, crit damage, attack on leftover runes, and my Fire Rift Beast is still I think it was like A to triple S. So it wasn't consistent S, which was kind of disappointing, but yeah, I'm going to be adding in the water homunculus to get that score up. Here is my Talc. He's on Will Shield. The main team I use him with is Villagel Talc Bulldozer in Guild Wars as one of my Guild War offenses. Really solid team. And then for my Talc, I made him tanky, so HP defense and speed, so he can heal a lot. The resistance and accuracy on him are just kind of bonuses. Megan, I use her on both of my lushen AOs. I love my lushen AOs. They're very, very good. I'd recommend building them if you have them, if you're looking for an arena offense. So she's on Will for Leos, 85% accuracy to strip Renas. Accuracy guide linked down below, 85% is the cap for PvP. And then she's tanky to tank out Camilla's. And also I'm going to link you guys a rush hour if you want to see her in action. Sig is for Fire Rift Beast. Like I said, A+ to triple S. I still need to fix that. Attack, crit damage, attack. Here is my Theomars. He is Violent Will for Guild Wars. It's a very standard build for Theos. And he's been the same for a few months. I checked his rune builds and I couldn't find anything better. So I think he stayed the same from last month. This month he's the same, I know for sure. I rely on him a lot. So yeah. Here is my galleon. He's runed for giants. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I farmed a little bit just to get rid of some crystals, mainly necro though. So he's runed Violent Revenge for giants, 45% accuracy. Once again, accuracy guide linked down below. Tanky, and he's speed tuned, so he moves before my damage dealers do. And then he's just a pure support galleon, so he's tanky. He doesn't have crit rate or anything like that. Here is my first Rigel. He's on a standard build for Necro. I use double Rigel in Necro, Violent Revenge, and he's speed-tuned with the other Rigel. The one that has more skill-ups moves second because he has a higher chance to apply debuffs. So yeah, that's the first Rigel. My Necro team isn't super stellar, but it works. So my Julie's not ruined. I'm not using her, but she's out there just kind of chilling. Here is my Shaolin. I'm still using the same R5 team. I'll show you guys later what it is, but let's talk about Shaolin. So she is on the front line, Vampire of course, and then the stat requirements that work best for me that I found work, 20,000 HP for frontliners along with 1,200 defense. On Shaolin, I made her have a little bit less because of her vampire set. She'll survive a little bit better with it. And then also keep in mind, I have Darion and Diaz on my team when I figured out those tanky numbers. So that's kind of what works with those two monsters. And then I also like having resist on my R5 damage dealers. Tark is ruined for Fire Rift Beast with leftover runes. He has speed, so I can make him do damage. It was basically just a damage thing. Mihyang is on my R5 backline. She's pretty much the same. For my backliners, my stats are 18,000 HP and 1,000 defense. Mihyang needs 70% resist, and she needs to be fast with good attack, so she's healing a lot, and that's her. And then also accuracy, 15% for R5, linked down below. Check the accuracy guide. So yeah, Rigel, here's the other one. He's standard for Necro, Violent Revenge, and yeah, kind of boring, but there he is. Not super great, but he works. Here's my Orion. He's my second fastest. He has my second fastest set, Swift set, behind Bernard. He's very squishy, so I haven't been able to use him on Guild Wars offense too much because he dies. And the Guild Wars defense that he's on, it's Kamoon, Orion, Ritesh. It doesn't do that well, so I do need to fix that or change it up. Definitely change the runes up at some point. So yeah, he kind of sucks, but that's how he is. Camilla, I only use her during rush hour on violent, and then the stats I go for her are 35,000 HP, 1,000 defense, and then I'll show you guys her stats. I think like 80% crit rate too. 170 speed minimum, but I usually look for higher, so you guys should have seen her. Psamathe, I use him only during rush hour. Oh, actually on my midweek defense too I use him. Despair Will, Despair Nemesis, I've tried both, and I'll show you guys a picture I probably did of what he looked like. Here is my Beretta. He's on a TOA hard build, Despair whatever. He does need 45% accuracy, which is the TOA hard cap, so I need to fix that probably. I do. So, and then pretty much just tanky and fast, because he's just a dotter, that's all he does, dot, and attack bar reset. Here's my Colleen. She's on my R5 front line, and also one of my healers on my necro team. For R5, 20,000 HP, frontline, 1,200 defense, 70% resist, and fast, and she also has some revenge sets, 15% accuracy if possible on Colleen, and then I got her accuracy higher because 45 is the cap for necro, so I wanted some more accuracy for necro. Here's my Velajul. The main team I use him with in Guild Wars is Velajul, Talc, Bulldozer, sometimes Theo Chisoon Velajul. He's speed-tuned with the Theo team, Violent Will, pretty standard, good tankiness, good resist, good accuracy, just all over a well-rounded built monster. That's how I built mine, and that's how I like him. He works pretty well. Here's my Callie. I mainly use her in Guild Wars with Callie, Tion, Huadam, attack, crit damage, attack. Tion's gonna take care of her attack bar, Tion's gonna move first, and then make her move second. She'll eliminate someone, and then it's a 3v2 at that point. That team works out really well. I'll link you guys a Guild Wars video in the description if you want to see that team in action. If you have Huadam, definitely build that team. It works really well. Shihua was built for the Wind Rift Beast, attack, crit damage, attack. Here is my Rikuni. I don't really use him, but he has runes. I think I used him a few times in Guild Wars, but not that much. I also did a little bit of RTA to practice for November and December, gonna try for that booty Camilla skin, and a lot of people use him in RTA, so I used him a little bit there too. Here is my Fria. I'm gonna show you guys her runes during rush hour. I only use her during rush, and I've ran her a few different ways. Resist on slot 6 to give her 100% resist, and also attack slot 6. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't remember which one worked better. So yeah, I'm pretty bad and lazy at tracking my numbers. I do tweet and write them down, but yeah, when I do take Arena more seriously and actually want to try to get Guardian 2 again, then I need to really look at those. Hua, we kind of just passed. She's in my R5 backline, and I also used her in RTA a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend that. And then for backliners, 18,000 HP, 1,000 defense. Resistance is important too on attackers. And remember that you will also have the crit rate leader in R5. Lisa is just a standard R5 monster for my frontline, a tank. Really fast, 20,000 HP, 1,200 defense, 70% resist, and 15% accuracy if you can get it. Bulldozer, I use with Velajul, Talc, Bulldozer. Sometimes I use a Mesty Copper Bulldozer, but not that much. So his crit rate's a little high, it's 83%, and that's because I'm using him without a Mesty. A Mesty has the crit rate buff, so I use that team a lot, it works really well, and he's looking alright. One of my guildmates has a really nice Bulldozer above us. I'll probably show you a picture of it, and I'm kind of jealous, but I can't build one of those right now, and he likes Bulldozer a lot, so hopefully he posts more Guild War videos so you can see his Bulldozer. And then I also like Bulldozer on Nemesis because it gives him more attack bar. It's kind of cool. So I did lower his damage to get that Nemesis set, and I just happened to have a good Nemesis set laying around. My Fire Panda is ruined as an R5 backup monster, but I haven't used him too much. I did actually use Fire Panda Amesity Copper in Guild Wars with the Fire Panda defense leader, and it worked out alright. That was actually kind of cool to see it work. So use that if you have it, test it out a few times because it worked for me. Kamoon is Will Shield for Guild Wars. Theo Chasoon Kamoon is one of my options to use against Sierra Orion teams. He's fast, so he can get the shield up and attack, do damage, whatever, and he's tanky and he has crit rate, so that's pretty much Kamoon. Copper is on the highest damage build he can get, and my Copper's HP is kind of low, but it's been fine. Right now, my Copper's doing 56,237 damage per Thunderstrike, which is kind of a lot. We're going to have to pause here so I can catch up. Let me pause and then catch up. So we're going to be explaining Copper. Oh my gosh. Now this video is... my notes went away. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Copper. My favorite Copper team is Kamoon, Copper, Amesity. These days in Guild Wars, it clears so many defenses. I would highly recommend building it and using it if I were you, if you don't have it, because it's pretty much an insane Guild Wars offense. And I also have a video where I use that team. It's going to be linked in the description. And also, you have to be a little bit careful with Copper. Right now, I'm not coppering too many Riteshes. Sometimes I do risk it. Ritesh with an HP leader, do not copper. But if they don't have an HP leader, sometimes I risk it. And yeah, but just be careful with it and you'll win a lot of fights. So Bernard's on my fastest runes. He still needs a +4 grind on his slot 5, and then all 4 runes will be +4. So one of them is just +3. Okay, so Mav, here we are. We finally caught up. I use him on the Wind Rift Beast, and I think I used him in TOA Hard. I'm not quite sure. I also need to pull up my OBS here. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure what his stats are. I think they are just tanky and also 45% accuracy for TOA Hard, and then I like to make him slower than all of my monsters. That type of Mav has always worked out well for me. You can get him really tanky that way, and he works fine slow. Here's my shimitae. I use him on one of my AOs, shimitae, Bernard, Megan, lushen. My other AO is Bernard, Megan, double lushen. So in the future, I would like to put him on a will set because sometimes things can interrupt, like Amduats, I think. Yeah, that's what their name is, the Dark Horse. So I'll link you guys my Rush Hour, one of them that I made recently. Check it out down below. I used that team, I think, 6 times in the video. I was talking to someone on Reddit about it. Lagmaron is ruined for the Water Rift Beast and the Wind Rift Beast, so he has leftover runes. He's fast, though, because his Squall scales with speed. Here's my Chasoon. She's standard for Guild Wars. She has pretty good runes on. Violent Will, Speed HP, and good resist, too, is also important to get on her. So she resists CC when you're using her in Guild Wars. The main team I use with her is Theomars, Chasoon, Huadam. It's the strongest Theomars team that I've used in Guild Wars. The Veligel team's not strong enough. It's just so risky because Theomars and Perna, for example, can violent proc and kill Veligel, and you will lose your immunity buff at some points. With Veligel, he can't keep it up indefinitely, so it can be risky, but I really, really like the Huadam team. So Briand, not ruined, but I do really like him for TOA Hard. My favorite TOA Hard team with Briand is Beretta, Vero, Briand, Chasoon, Arya for auto, so test that team out if you can. It's my best auto team, I think. We skipped up my lushen, but he is... Hold on, yeah, let's actually pause and talk about lushen. Let me go back. I am doing a horrible job at keeping up with this. So, my lushen, oh my gosh, now this stuff's getting messed up again. I apologize. Okay, so this lushen is my best one. I have 2. I use speed lushens, and he pretty much has my best runes. The requirements I have for him are will, 200 speed, and then 85% crit rate or better. And then I look for the highest damage builds, and then I picked one that had really high crit rate because I found it, and the damage loss wasn't that big compared to the lower crit rate builds. I felt like the trade-off was good enough. So that's my best lushen and my rep monster. Okay, so Ritesh here, My things are getting minimized. Okay, Ritesh here. I use him on Guild Wars defense. I don't use him on Guild Wars offense too much these days because my other teams are working better than him. And he's only on violent because I use him for really long fights, and will doesn't really help him too much on the first turn because the fight's gonna take like 50 turns anyways. Maybe even more than that. Okay, so my Amesity is fast and tanky, so I take the first turn. My favorite team is Commune, Amesity, Copper. It kills a ton of Guild Wars defenses, and yeah, I've kind of tweaked his build slightly over time because I use it and then learn something about it and then do something else. So my Amesity can be used as a reference for you guys, but I really like the way he's built. Here is my Haraldsveg. I don't know how you say this dude's name, but he's runed up for the Water Rift Beast, and I've seen people using him, so I 6-starred one. His runes are bad, I just put random ones on, so I think he has a Despair set. Here is my Lushen that moves first. He is my Softener Lushen, so I made him 200 speed, 100% crit rate. We'll talk about the 100% crit rate in a second, but basically he does 7,100 damage or less per card, so he doesn't proc Nemesis. I did some calculations on it. I'll link you guys my Nemesis calculations in the description. And then he's will, tanky, 100% crit rate, because I'm basically making that Lushen's damage bad, so I can get other stats out of my runes. So that's him. Ganymede's on a support build. I didn't really use him last month. He's kind of like a normal support violent monster. And he's speed tuned with Theomars, Chasoon, Ganymede in Guild Wars if I use him. My Tiana not using, so we kind of skipped over her. Here is my Tian. I use him with Kali, Tian, Huadam, or Kali. I keep calling her Kali. But I use that team in Guild Wars, and I can kill a lot of defenses with it. It's not my #1 team to go to, but when I see a defense that I can use it against, I use it. I'm like, I can Kali this team. So he's not super fast. I would like to make him faster, but it works. I just have to be careful with it. If something's gonna outspeed, don't bring it. Here's Darion. I prefer using him over Diaz in R5. He's built for my front line, 20,000 HP, 1,200 defense, 70% resist, 15% accuracy, triple revenge, and I also got some crit rate on him, so he does some damage. As you guys know, if you just saw my Darion, his tankiness is not that high. I don't need it to be for my front line, so I tried to get some other stats out of him. Here's my Bella. She's on a necro build. Violent shield. The shield is to help my monsters survive the first few waves, and also Bella is an amazing monster for TOA hard progression, so I did use her in TOA hard a little bit. I think for the final boss, like TOA hard 100, whatever it was. So yeah, she's a necro healer right now. Arya is on a TOA hard build, Despair Revenge. Her accuracy is low. It needs to be 45, just like Beretta. I got a little lazy with her. And then she's also speedy, tanky, and then that's it, just a TOA hard support. She is freaking amazing for TOA hard. Here is my Huadam. I use him a ton in Guild Wars, as you guys probably know. So he has lots of HP to survive coppers. I think he has like 54,000 HP, including his shield set. And then I also factored in the buildings, the Guild War building and the Glory Shot building too. Right now, my copper's doing 56,000 damage, so I should catch some people's coppers off guard if they don't have a defense leader, but if they do have a defense leader, they should be able to handle my Guild Wars defense very easily. And then the Will Shield's really nice for just a ton of Guild Wars defenses. And also, hold on, let me pause again. So my Huadam, he's a skill 1 Huadam. I never use his skill 2. I was thinking about building my second Huadam because the one that I'm using right now has the cool time turn skilled up in his skill 2, which means the AI will use it more because the AI has the opportunity to use it more, and I don't really want that, but I only use the skill 1, so yeah. I prefer that build over the Despair one, even though I haven't even really tried the Despair one. Maybe I should though. But I really like my Huadam. Maybe I would make him faster if I could, but I think the HP is important for Guild Wars defense. Diaz, we skipped over him. I guess we can kind of backtrack for a second. Okay, yeah, so Diaz, he is one of my R5 frontliners. I prefer Darion, but sometimes I have to bring Diaz. I didn't farm too much R5 last month though, but my team is built to get pretty good times, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, somewhere around there. And he's triple revenge, 70% resist, 20,000 HP, 1,200 defense, 15% accuracy, and that's it. So then the rest of my monsters are fodder monsters, and now we are going to be checking my lovely monster storage so you guys can see what I've been keeping hidden from you. No, I haven't been hiding this stuff, but yeah, you can see what I have. I think I accidentally 6-starred or 5-starred 2 fire harpies. I think a while ago I heard that they were good or useful, and then I think I accidentally made 2, but yeah. So then we've just got some monsters to make more 6-stars, and we currently have an event going on where you have to make 2 6-stars to get a light dark scroll, and I'm still not sure what I'm gonna make. I was thinking Huahi as one of them, and then the other one maybe like Izaria, the water succubus. I have no idea, but I really need to figure that out because I think there's time, I think 7 days left. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know down below because I'm super lazy and I probably won't get around to doing that until like the last few days. So yeah, let me know about that. Okay, so now we're getting towards the bottom. And then after this, we're going to take a look at my buildings and dungeon runs. And then that'll be it for October. So yay. October I felt like it was a pretty good month. November I kind of screwed myself because I did free rune removal for RTA, and then I ended up not liking what I did because it totally screwed over my progression. I wasn't able to clear my arena wings. My arena win percent was 77%, and I wasn't able to farm either because my Giants run was 130 and 1 minute 30, and you guys can see I have 11,000 crystals. I need to start working on getting rid of those crystals. So I went back to this setup, and I did make some slight improvements to other monsters. I think like Psamathe, and there was something else. Yeah, a few others that I built, like Faye has runes on right now, and Tessarion has runes. So I still made some improvements. We're checking out my unsummoned monsters so you guys can see also what I'm kind of hiding from you as well. Okay, we're checking out my glory shop buildings. They are all totally maxed. Every single week I'm buying all 4 scrolls plus a devilmon. I actually lied. 2 of them are not maxed because I made a decision to not max them out. These 2 right here are not maxed, and that was because I was afraid that there were going to be some weeks where I would be doing a ton of arena refills and I would be getting a ton of extra glory. That may actually happen like way later on when I'm pushing Guardian 3 or even consistent Guardian 2, where even in the middle of the week I'm pushing to get higher. So I left those unmaxed just to not waste glory shop points. Here are my guild flags. They're getting up there. I'm excited to finish these out. I love the stats that they give because I like doing well in Guild Wars. It really helps your progression everywhere else because you get summoning stones, and once I finish those, I'm going to be getting summoning stones and even more summons. Well, not summoning stones really. It depends on what I choose to buy, but I'm going to be buying some sort of summons. So that's really cool. And I do like Guild Wars too. I really don't mind it. I have fun doing it. So yeah. Shout out to my guild, so fucking epic. You guys rock. Okay, we're checking out a necro run because this is the main dungeon that I farmed. I did farm a little bit of giants, but pretty much mainly necro. And I don't know what the run times are. I should be more concerned with it though, because I usually try to compare myself to other people around my rune quality, and I think other people around my rune quality have faster runs, closer to like a minute-ish. So there may be some things that I can change and make better in the future. So I did rune up my R5 monsters before my necro monsters. This month, I don't think I'm going to be farming R5 in November. So in the future, I might sort of do that, where I completely de-rune my R5 monsters and give good runes to my necro monsters, just to kind of keep my focus more sharp. Because this month, my focus was a little bit all over the place. Like I said, I runed up R5 monsters, then necro. So yeah, one thing that I can improve, just to make sure that my crystals are pretty much 0 by the time TOA hard resets. I'm not a big spender. Again, you guys can check my paste bin down below. but my crystals have piled up, so I haven't been on top of my game, my crystal farming game, and I really don't want to do summons because I believe farming is better than summoning, so I don't want to get to that point. 130 is actually not too bad, but I think I can make it faster if I just runed a little bit better. So now we are going to check out, we're going to take a look at Rift Beast runs. I did show you guys my best score over there, and then we can talk about my teams a little bit. So Rifts, Fire, Water, Wind need to be farmed every week to get reappraisal stones. I think most people agree that reappraisal stones are the most OP thing in the game. So farm these if you can. There probably is an efficiency threshold that you have to hit before you farm it. Maybe like A rank, or I'm not really sure what it is, but if you're in that situation where you're not sure if you should farm these because you're spending a ton of energy on them, do the research on Reddit, reddit.com/r/summonerswar. I'll have some Reddit links down below. Use the search bar and search for it, and hopefully you will find some good answers for it. But I wanted to make my teams better so I'm not wasting so much energy, efficiency. And here is my Fire Rift Beast team. I was still dying and getting A+, which sucked. And this month, well, actually, I am focusing on RTA, I told you guys, for November and December. But one of my next goals, I hope, is going to be farming fight runes. And I need to look into this a little bit more. But from what I heard a little while ago, one of the best arena offenses is Psamathe, Camilla. Hold on, let me think what it is. Psamathe, Camilla, Tion, lushen. Some people use Kona, but Tion's easier to rune because he has 5 higher base speed, and then he has like some other better things than Kona. But yeah, I heard people say that arena offense is very strong. It kills a lot of things, and I think I need fight runes to make it even work. I did test it without fight runes, and my lushen was doing 10,500 damage per card, and it didn't work for me. I didn't have Camilla either. I was using Bernard. I still don't have Camilla, but I'll need to do the research before I start farming fight runes, because that may be an important offense for me to have in my arsenal. So yeah, so fight runes, you get the materials from Fire Rift Beast. Next month, I'm going to be adding the water homunculus in here, because the reason I die is because those things fly at me. So adding the water homunculus in should make these SSS every single time. And I do want a SSS score before I really farm it. So now we're going to take a look at Water Rift Beast, and this one is more geared towards farming those reappraisal stones every week. So let me go ahead and take a look at what I actually changed. And okay, so I did add a brander and then damage. I watched a ton of these runs, so I was doing run after run and watching and seeing what I could improve. And I think it's partially where I have my runes split up. And oh yeah, the Wind Barbaric King has pretty bad runes on, so I could probably fix his build. I also think it's kind of like the disparity between my speeds on my monsters, because Rift Beasts are different from other dungeons, well, most other dungeons, where the boss gets turns based on how many turns you take. So some of my monsters, I think, are moving twice compared to others. Yeah, I think it's something like that. And monsters that I need to move, like the Barbaric King to get branding, are just so damn slow, and then that kind of messes up my whole run. So this Rift, I don't remember what scores I was getting. We'll check it out. I do not think it was consistent SSS. I believe this one was SS to SSS, but I don't think I was getting any A's. I'm pretty sure I can kill this dude every single time. So yeah, that's just kind of a long-term thing. Working on this for efficiency. Gotta save that energy and use it on giants and stuff like that. So we will take a look at me killing this dude, and then we just have to look at Wind Rift Beast and R5. And then that'll be it for October, y'all. So RTA, I have not been having a good time with. We'll talk about November a little bit here. So originally I tested out like RTA strats, and a secret person who will be revealed later helped me out with my strategy. So I was using speed teams, Ganymede, Gemini, Tiana, Psamathe, Faye, and who else? I think that might have been it. Yeah, and Megan. So I tested those teams out. I got to Conqueror 3, and that's when I started going 50-50. So then I realized I don't think I can do this because my progression elsewhere is completely screwed. I'm doing not so good in Guild Wars. I think I was doing fine in Guild Wars, but my monsters didn't have runes. I think Amesity gave some runes away, and I heavily rely on my Amesity team, and I'm like, that's not going to be good. I need to finish my Guild War buildings. I need to start buying summons from Guild Wars just to keep the progression train going, moving forward. So I had to abandon that whole RTA strategy plan, and I've been farming mana trying to re-rune everything to how it was. I did make some changes among my monsters, but I'm going to have to figure something else out that will work for RTA, and it's very difficult because now I have to balance another aspect of the game. So I'm balancing Arena, being able to clear my wings so I can get the scrolls, 4 scrolls plus a Devilmon every week, and I need to balance Guild Wars, farming dungeons, and you can even count R5 and maybe even these. Maybe not R5, because earlier I was talking about maybe some months I need to abandon so many endeavors, cut down on them, and sharpen my focus. And now RTA. So I'm practicing. I've been scrimming some of my guildies. Denbo has been uploading the videos. So I'll link you guys Denbo's channel if you watch the videos of me scrimming him. I think they're pretty funny because Denbo has some funny quotes. What did he say? Oh yeah, so some of our guildies were saying that theomars sucks. I don't think he does if you don't have options, and I think they agree too. And Denbo's like, Theo is so good, 40k crits don't grow on trees. And then I just laugh at Denbo the whole time, and Denbo just talks, and then I just laugh whenever something funny happens. Like, whenever a violent proc wins the fight, I just laugh. And I don't really talk too much, and that's fun, because Denbo's interacting with his stream, and I just get to laugh at him when he loses in RTA. So yeah, I'm going to be scrimming my guildies and doing ladder and trying to get good. So my strategy now is pretty much pick Theo and Faye, and then I call this the Denbo strategy, because or Operation Denbo, he always tells me, use your OP monsters. So I realized that I need more than one damage dealer. Theo's not cutting it because if they ban Theo, my team isn't strong enough to kill them. So I've been picking Theo, Faye, and then supports. So Ganymede, Veligul, Raccoony, Orion. That's what I'm testing now, and it's not working that well. It's slightly worse than my original strategy. I'm still Conqueror 3. So I need to fix that, and I'm thinking I will need to rune a little bit more RTA heavy, so I'm going to do my best to try to make that work and not mess up my other progression up too much. So here we have a Wind Rift run, and I was talking about November and RTA through this, but I just had to take up time because these runs take a while and my team doesn't do a lot of damage to kill it quickly. This run is bad from what I recall, and we can see my team's dying here. I do think I get quite a lot of A pluses on this one, and this one's just really hard. I messed around with a lot of different damage dealers. I tried triple damage dealer, healers. I tried triple healer, Colleen, Bella, Chisoon, and I also tried Mav and the Fire Panda. This was the one that seemed the most stable to me. So Huahi, I was talking about 6 stars, maybe she would help in the rifts. So there are my scores. I'm showing you light and dark just for the hell of it, but I think I got those scores before they changed Rift Beasts and made them take and do damage differently. They might have changed other stuff, I don't remember, but they did change those. So now I'm going to be finding some supports to do R5 with. Let's see. Okay, so I picked above because I usually do R5 with him anyways, and I'm going to pick Denbo too. I was trying to give you guys the most realistic run of R5. So when I do R5, I usually farm with above, and our runs are usually 2 minutes to 2 minutes 30 seconds. I think they're more like 2:15 on average, and I do think he carries me. He has a brander. I have not built a brander yet for R5, and I don't know. He puts in a lot of contribution though. So in this run, I'm not sure if we have a brand. Oh wait, we do. Okay. So from what I recall when I recorded this video, the run was a little long, and I blame Denbo for that because Denbo sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just giving Denbo shit. I hope he watches this video. No, so I don't know what went wrong with it. Denbo has 2 damage dealers. So I really don't. Maybe we just got unlucky or something. I was gonna say maybe it's because I'm using Diaz, but that shouldn't be a reason. Maybe it is. I haven't quite calculated my Diaz and Darion's damage, but I do prefer using Darion over Diaz. We don't have defense break on the boss. Okay, now we do. Was I just making that up? We didn't have it there for a second. Maybe that was what slowed it down. I think it gets really slow towards the end. We took a lot of health there. So let's see, let's watch it and see what's going on. So far, I think the pace has been fine. I think we're at a good pace right now. That'd be cool if there was a timer somewhere, but we'll just have to guess. Okay, let's see if the issue... Okay, there's no unrecoverable yet. He's healing up a shit ton. He's healing up even a shit ton more. Okay, we finally got unrecoverable. I think that was my Diaz, at least I hope it was. It looked like it, but maybe someone else attacked at the same time. Okay, I really think it was that part right there that really screwed us over, not getting unrecoverable immediately. Does above have a Diaz? He does have a Diaz. My webcam, you can kind of see his head over my webcam, but it's kind of in the way, but I can see it on the video. Maybe that was just really unfortunate. Unfortunate timing and luck. Okay, now we're going for the last jump. Actually, maybe when the run was over, it was only like 2:30, and I was like, that wasn't too bad. So we will see. So, R5, I didn't farm too much. I did, if you guys have been following my Twitter, I did pull a rune, or roll a rune, yesterday, and it's a rune that needs to be grinded. It was a slot 5 swift rune. It got a quad roll in speed, 27 base speed on that rune. So that can go up to 31 with a +4. So I'm hoping for a +4. I've had bad luck with those though. I've gotten a lot of +3 rolls, so at least a +3, and I'm not sure when I'll get that. I'm not in a huge hurry to though, because it's on him right now and it's 27. His last one was 21. 21 including a +3 grind. So I'm pretty sure I should be outspeeding way more people, and yeah, but I do need to do that eventually. It's on my to-do list. So that was an R5 run. I didn't even see the time, but you guys did. Like I said, I usually farm with above, and our runs are 2:15-ish, something like that. Yeah, close to there. I'm showing you guys a Giants run just for the hell of it. I guess, okay, we keep going. So I'm showing you guys a Giants run because I did farm a little bit of Giants, and I'm still using the same team that I've been using for a while. My runs are 1 minute. They probably should be faster. I've seen people use the Wind Barbaric King here, and also... what's that chick's name? Lynn, the light Amazon. Yeah, the light Amazon. There was like a huge hype train behind her for a while because she does a ton of damage, but I don't know if people are using her anymore. I haven't seen people farming Giants, and I did see someone recently, I forgot who it was, maybe like Topa V or someone. Someone was using the Wind Barbaric King. I think it was Topa, and I was like... whoa, I need to be fixing or improving my Giants team because it's been the same for a very long time. But yeah, this is the dungeon that I farm when I need to burn crystals. And that was a Giants run, very quick. And the video is 10 more seconds, so I will sign off here. Hope you guys enjoyed the October rune video. I will look forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section and on Twitter, and sometimes I live stream. And you guys will have to bother me to make more videos because... sometimes your motivation is what gets me to make videos. I'm working on a Guild War commentary for you guys because people want that. So yeah, check out all the links down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys later.